Hey friends, trying to wait for some people to get in here. See who comes on by. Not gonna lie, I am snacking for a minute. I got so excited about doing this that I totally forgot to eat breakfast. Anyone out there in the world? Alright, so I went live last night on Instagram. It was pretty late in the day, like 11:30 at night. I was bored. I had 2 people watch, but they were interactive, so that was nice. I started 2 paintings, and I'm gonna continue those paintings today. Okay, so these are the 2 paintings I started. It's a wave, and this is gonna be like a starry, moonlit mountain. I got pretty far along with this one. So what we're gonna be concentrating on right now is putting in some white, making that wave look like it's crashing. Hey there. Okay. So I have my blue to the side, which I will have to mix with the white in a second. Getting my small brush ready, getting my white. Hey Fee. Hey Migs. Okay. Got a little bit of white on my palette. All right, so let's go in to get these crashing waves. How you been? You'll enjoy this because there's white. So I already started with like here. I do have some water. It's light colored and it's supposed to look like it's wisping away a little bit. So what we're doing is adding it down here. Making it look like foam. Thank you. Guys, feel free to comment like what other things you think I should paint. I am quite repetitive. It is a little annoying to myself. I know someone said that they liked my flowers. Other people say they hate when I do flowers, that I do them all the time. What you guys been up to? How are you and Ivy feeling? Okay. So now I'm also going to go in a little bit with the blue. Wow. Thanks, Migs. Fake fan. Okay. I think we're starting to get the idea that this water is crashing here. I'm gonna go in with some more white. Over here. Hmm. 4 viewers now. 5 viewers. Hey peeps, think I can get you to comment? Let me know you're here. I can't see who's here. Thank you for joining us. We're working on this wave. I'm trying to get some highlights in. You guys are just watching me do my thing, essentially. Ooh, I like that white over there. Trying to be careful where I put my hand. So I don't know if any of you know of this platform, but it's called Skillshare. Essentially, you can go there to learn new skills. So like, I go for more advanced watercolor techniques because you can always learn. I also go for, very often, video editing, so that I can make more professional looking videos. But there's stuff in there to like teach you how to build a website, teach you how to work on a car, stuff like that. It's called Skillshare. I really like this platform. Hey, Jen. So like, if you guys are bored during this quarantine, if you guys are quarantined and feel like you need something to do, I would hop on to Skillshare. And just look through their library and see if something they have there interests you. And it's by people who do this kind of stuff almost every day. Most of them will tell you what their qualifications are. But you can talk to them, chat with them, ask them questions. You can even send them in like screenshots of your project or pictures, and they'll help walk you through everything. It's like having classes for something, for a skill. But it's from the comfort of your own home, at your convenience, and not as expensive as it can be in other forms. So like, if I were to take some art classes, I would probably, it could run me at least $100 a month. And that's not something I am interested in paying at all. But Skillshare, if you do it monthly, it is, I think, $14.99, so $15 a month. You can cancel at any time and start over. So, like, I did it for, like, 2 months free, and then I didn't do it for a while. And then I decided that it was a resource that I wanted to keep. So I started doing it again and using it more often, not just, like, having the membership and not, using it for what it's for. If you can afford to pay for the whole year outright, it's cheaper. It's like if you do the whole year outright, it ends up being like $9.99 a month. But that means that you're paying for the whole year in one payment. That's not how I do it, but I can see the benefit in it. All right. So I'm just softening this just a little bit. Okay. So I think I'm happy with the water part. So let's see if we can do something about the sky. So yesterday I used M-Grams Ultramarine Blue and Core's Quinacridone Magenta for up here in the sky. The sun is setting. And out here in Florida, you have these big, colorful clouds when the sun sets. So I'm just trying to recreate that a bit. I'm sorry, I know I move my paper a lot. I have to figure out an angle that works well. I'm going to get a little more ultramarine. Make this a little more blue. Oh, wow, a new viewer. Hey, Ryan. Yeah. A few seconds. Miguel just walked in the room. So you're going to hear that.
Okay. Did you see Jen's comment about what kind of paper you're using?
No, I can't see any comments.
Oh, I must be, I'm sharing your stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, tell me what kind of paper.
Hey Jen, so this is Arteza's 100% cotton watercolor paper. It is on the less expensive end. So I got 2 packs of 14 sheets. 2 packs of 14 sheets. So that's whatever 14 times 2 is, because I don't do math. I think I spent $21 on that on Amazon. So it is affordable. For anyone who does watercolor painting, I always advise that they use 100% cotton paper. So it is acceptable because it is cotton. It is not one of my favorites because I do use more expensive paper, like where I spend, I don't know, $50 on 10 pieces of paper. That's like stupid expensive. So if you're doing something just for your enjoyment, you don't need that. This is definitely acceptable. Oh my goodness. I'm being distracted here. I definitely feel like this would be acceptable for you painting. I would even Canson XL's watercolor paper. It's not cotton, but it still holds up pretty well. So I have like a little sketchbook of that as well, which I use. I use that when I'm trying to get ideas on what to do next, on what I want to paint. So I'll work some things out on that kind of paper. And then I will do it again on better paper. Some of my paintings that you guys see pictures of, I did a few drafts of them. Not all of them, but some. Some took me a few chances, a few tries to get it right. What do you think of these random clouds out here? I don't know why, but I can't see comments. So I see that there's quite a few people here. And I'm being told that there are comments, but I can't see them. Which doesn't make anything awkward at all. Hi, Dana. Thank you for joining, guys. There we go, and see if I can fade that out there. Yeah, I like that. Everyone, I think this is starting to come to a place where I'm getting satisfied with how it looks. Yeah. Yesterday when I started doing this, I was not in a good mood. I was extremely irritated. And I started this kind of to make myself feel better. It definitely worked. Because when I started it, I was moody. But a lot of times you can see that in my painting. So when I first started this, my painting looked like I was scatterbrained. Looked like I wasn't really in it. And then as I started to calm down, you could see like the shapes forming and it's starting to look like something. All right, so I'm thinking this one's done now. So we're gonna put this one to the side and we're gonna work on our mountain. All right, take a bite, take a sip. Let's get into this. This I'm gonna do Starry Night Galaxy Feel. My little brother told me I couldn't. So, of course I had to prove him wrong. So this has masking fluid on it, which is liquid rubber. And allows me to paint over and around it without the color bleeding. And so when I peel it off when I'm ready, it will be white, like the paper. This is Arches cold pressed. They're extremely heavy duty cold pressed. This was the one that I was talking about that cost like $51 for 10 sheets of paper. I did not buy this for myself. I put it on my wish list and some family members bought it for me, which I was really happy about. But it won't buckle and it's gummed on all four sides so that it's always flat. It's not gonna buckle. I can put loads of water on it and it'll be fine. And then once I'm done, that little space that you saw on the side here, I put a palette knife in there and I peel the first layer off, and that's my finished painting. And then underneath you see a new sheet of paper. Clean new sheet of paper. So we're gonna put, there we go. Yeah, you're welcome. That wasn't you. But okay. I want this to have a galaxy feel, so we're just gonna throw in some colors and have some fun. This is a big Princeton Heritage synthetic swirl mop brush. Big and juicy. Holds a lot of water. When I first got it, I felt like I needed to reteach myself how to paint. I might get some color bleeds and I don't really care if I do. For this painting, so normally I paint from wells. No, it wasn't you, Miguel. So these are my painting wells. I'll show you. So I have tubes of paint. My tubes of paint are like this, and I take them and I squeeze them into these wells. I let them dry, and I keep reusing them. And usually about once a year, I need to refill it. So I label them so I know what colors they are, and I put them in a certain order so I know what color is where. This is my other box of paints. But this will normally last me a whole year, and it's only a fraction of the tube, and that's how I make my art supplies last. But every once in a while, a painting like this, it's necessary to paint straight from the tube. So I have fresh paint on my palette that I squeezed out. I just don't do that for everything. That's not for every occasion. I think I'm gonna get some indigo. And then I'm going to put in the stars later in white. I'm gonna take that white paint that you saw me use for the wave. And I'm gonna splatter it on there. Okay, so that sky has had enough attention for now. We're gonna go in on this mountain. Got the hiccups, great. So I want the mountain to look like it has some texture. It's lighter because the light from the moon is bouncing off of it. Ryan, we got Ryan in here. Yeah, so the light from the moon is bouncing off this mountain, which is why it's lighter than the rest of the area. So yeah, just going in and adding some texture there, having fun with it. Migs, just let me know if anyone comments something where they're asking a question, and I'll answer it. I just can't see any of the comments. So that was indigo that I just grabbed and put in my palette, and I'm mixing it with my ultramarine blue. There we go. I'm starting to have a lot of fun here. All right, so some of these jagged edges. So what I want it to look like essentially is that you have these jagged pieces of rock here. And I think I'm going to make this here darker and make it be like the trees and foliage. And so up here is the mountain, and then down here is trees and foliage. So I'm gonna go in and darken this up with some of that purple, indigo, and ultramarine. This will likely cauliflower a little bit, and I don't mind. There we go. We got a tree line now. Ah, that felt a Bob Ross moment, like a Bob Ross moment. Happy little accidents. Jeez Louise. What in the Bob Rossery was that? All right, so I think I need to mix a very, very dark color for the bottom of this. So I'm digging my brush into that Payne's gray to bring this closer to black. And we can do a few layers of this, so it's fine. A bigger brush is needed. I like this big squirrel brush, but the only thing that I don't like is that it holds so much water that it dilutes the color a lot. So when I'm trying to do a dark color, I don't normally use this brush, but I'm trying to cover a large area. It's necessary right now. Alright, so that color is going to spread. And when this dries, I can go ahead and fix that a little bit, fix that line so that it's more crisp. All right, friends, so I'm thinking that's it for now because all this has to dry and it is super, super wet right now. Thanks for joining me, and I'll probably be live again tomorrow. See you guys. Thanks.